the place for comic book and anime reviews.
That with this story we're talking about, it is going to involve a school shooting for this. So if you guys like want to like leave or anyone is uncomfortable about that, you're free to go before I begin.
It's a fictional.
It's yeah, it's a comic. Um, okay, before I begin, I'm going to pass this out to you guys. If you guys want to just two issues. If y'all want to just go around sharing with each other and as I'm not gonna go through the whole entire issue. But if y'all want to look through the pages as I talk about it, feel free to. Okay, so the issue is called Champion, issue number 20. So issue number 24. So who are the champions? The champions are this diverse group of young kids who take up kind of like their mentors' titles and try to be heroes on their own, becoming kind of like the Teen Titans in many ways. You guys know what I mean? That's what they're kind of trying to do. So this issue mainly focuses on Miles Morales. You guys may have known he has a movie coming out, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. He is a character created by Brian Michael Bendis to be the Spider-Man of the 1610 universe, also known as the Ultimate Universe. After an event called Secret Wars, he pretty much became part of the main universe, the 616 universe. His mother is a woman named Rio Morales, and his father's name is Jefferson Davis. He took up his mother's last name, obviously. The writer for this is a Canadian man known as Jim Zub. I absolutely love Jim Zub. He has written comics such as, his main comic is an Image comic called Wayward. And he also has written a Dungeons and Dragons comic, along with he also did a little collab recently where he did Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons, which was really fun. He was also the head writer on this 16-part Avengers book called Avengers No Surrender, which basically has all the main Avengers get frozen, like Captain America and Iron Man and everybody. They get frozen, and these lesser Avengers who have never really had the spotlight have to kind of take up that mantle of trying to save them. He also created a character known as Snow God, who is a part of the Champions currently. And in the Avengers No Surrender event, he also created a character called Voyager. So the first page of this issue is kind of cold open. Where this issue takes place between two story arcs, and in this he tries to there's a TV breakaway second we're interrupting this for a special bulletin, pretty much. And we start off with the champion kind of building this nice community center, and trying to help out from the place where they're living. While this is going on, we're kind of getting their introduction. They're talking about their school lives and things like that. And Miles gets an alert on his phone, pretty much. And the story is called Trigger Warning. And he found out that someone in his school has been shot. There's been a shooting in his school. And he goes there. And when he gets there, he hugs his friend Genki. And Genki pretty much tells him that one of his friends, a kid named Fabio, has been shot and hospitalized. This kid's mother ends up going over to him and asking him to pray with him about his hospitalization. And we get this really nice moment between the kid's mother and Miles, which is really nice. And you see all his friends and entire school kind of coming together just to pray for this kid. After that, we get like later on in this scene between like there's another character known as Miss Marvel. She was Kamala Khan on her shirt as well. She's at her school building pretty much, and there's this active shooter drill going on at her school. It's not like a shooting; it's just a drill. But even though it's a drill, like because it just recently happened in my school, there's a lot of like intense feelings of like going around the school and like a lot of sadness being felt. Later on in the issue, we get this like really nice counseling session between where Miles has to go see this counselor, and the counselor is trying to like make him feel better, trying not to make him feel bad. But in doing this, she ends up telling him probably the worst possible thing, because she ends up asking him, "It's not like you're a superhero or anything." It's probably the worst thing to say, especially in a world where you know there's superheroes around. She was not very, she was not thinking when she had said that to him. So Miles ends up leaving. He goes and meets with Kamala on this rooftop, and Kamala pretty much kind of gives him this talk telling him that, you know, heroes sometimes they fail. They mess up a lot in life a lot of times. Sometimes there's not a lot we can do, and you know, this kind of like makes Miles sad because he really wanted to like do something about this. And she tells him that it's important to understand your limitations, and that can only, and by understanding those limitations, that can make you stronger as a person. So after this, at the end of the issue, we get this like really nice end sequence saying we will propel. We have this quote about perseverance, and that's pretty much where the issue ends off. So, is there anybody have any questions before I go on?
Is Kamala is that like his romance interest, or are they just friends?
Right now they're just friends. Jim Zub has kind of been playing with the idea of them eventually getting together later on in the series. I was going to mention that in the issue after this, because it's not like what Champions always does. Issue after they actually, since I said Jim Zub was a Dungeons and Dragons fan, in issue after they actually do have like a really fun Dungeons and Dragons like adventure where like they all go into this separate portal. And they become like one becomes an orc, and another becomes like a wizard. It's really cool. So yeah. Coming up, I want to kind of like bring this up that in January in 2019, there's going to be like a new series for it coming out by Jim Zub as well. And that if you want, you can also pick up the trade for it, which it comes, it'll be on sale November 20th, 2018, and that's where like his art pretty much starts. So. And I also have a YouTube channel and a Twitter. You guys want to subscribe and all that. So, yeah.